Dear friends and my students, today I will take life process next step respiration. Respiration involves gaseous exchange. In the gaseous exchange, intake of oxygen from atmosphere and releases carbon dioxide. So intake of oxygen from the atmosphere and release of carbon dioxide is called breathing. Second, breakdown of simple food. Simple food, whatever we have eaten, that converts into glucose. So that glucose is broken down to simpler food in order to release energy inside the cell, and that is called cellular respiration. So we can say there are two things taking place in respiration. One is breathing and another is cellular respiration. Now, breakdown of glucose by various pathways. Glucose, once food is digested, then ultimate change of carbohydrate is glucose, and that is taken in your cell, where in cytoplasm glucose in the form of C6H12O6 is present, and that glucose is 6 carbon atom. Glucose is 6 carbon atom, or you can say carbon sugar, 6 carbon sugar, C6H12O6. In cytoplasm, it is broken down into pyruvic acid and small amount of energy is released. That energy is utilized by cell for various other purposes. Pyruvic acid is of 3 carbon compound. Now this pyruvic acid breaks down in 3 kinds. If oxygen is absent, it breaks down in 3 kinds. If oxygen is absent, it breaks into ethanol, carbon dioxide and energy. Ethanol is 2 carbon compound, C2H5OH. And if oxygen supply is small in amount, that is in muscles, while you are doing such exercise or extra work you are doing, so during that time oxygen supply to the muscles is decreased. So we can say less amount of oxygen. In that case, this pyruvic acid changes into lactic acid. Lactic acid is a 3 carbon compound and small amount of energy is released. These two are the process of breaking down of pyruvic acid into small substances and then obtaining energy. If pyruvic acid is present in mitochondria and oxygen supply is sufficient, then this breaks into carbon dioxide and lot of energy is released. So glucose in the cytoplasm is always broken into pyruvic acid and energy is released. Pyruvic acid is a 3 carbon compound which further breaks into ethanol if oxygen is absent, and in the muscles, if supply of oxygen is small, then it changes into lactic acid and energy, and in mitochondria, that is the regular respiration at normal stage, it breaks into carbon dioxide and energy. In this case, the amount of energy produced is larger, or you can say largest in the mitochondria. In muscles, it is smaller, and in absence of oxygen, it is also very small. Respiration is of two kinds. One is the aerobic and another is anaerobic. Aerobic, it takes place in the presence of oxygen, aerobic, and anaerobic, it takes place in the absence of oxygen. Aerobic respiration occurs mostly in mitochondria, and anaerobic respiration occurs in cytoplasm. Aerobic respiration end products are carbon dioxide and water, whereas in anaerobic respiration end products are alcohol or lactic acid. In aerobic respiration, more amount of energy is released, and in anaerobic respiration, less amount of energy is released. This is a kind of difference between aerobic and anaerobic. Now we will study the human respiration, human respiratory system. If you observe it very carefully, then the passage of air starts from nostril, passes to nasal passage, then to nasal cavity, then to pharynx, and then larynx, and then trachea, then from trachea, bronchi, then bronchioles, alveoli, and lastly, on the surface of alveoli, there are blood capillaries. So from bronchi, bronchioles, alveoli, and blood capillaries, all these are the parts of lungs, because all these comprises a lung, and lung contains a grape-like bunch, alveoli, which is sac-like structure, and this is surrounded with the capillaries, and capillaries exchange the gases in the alveoli. Now, mechanism of breathing. In the earlier, I have talked about the breathing. In that breathing, it was intake of oxygen and exhale of carbon dioxide. So there are two processes taking place side by side. One is inhalation and another is exhalation. So mechanism of breathing, during that, when inhalation, during inhalation, the thoracic cavity, that is the chest cavity, this cavity expands. But in exhalation, this cavity contracts. In inhalation, ribs lift up. Ribs. You see, my ribs are lifting up. And in exhalation, these ribs are coming down. The diaphragm, which is present just below the case of the ribs, becomes flat in the case of inhalation and becomes dome shape in the case of exhalation, because that diaphragm pushes the lungs to expel the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Then volume of lungs increases in the case of inhalation, and in the case of exhalation, this volume of lung decreases because air goes out of it, and in first case the air is taken in. Now, exchange of gases between alveoli, blood and tissue. Air rich, which is rich with oxygen, first is brought by blood. In blood there is hemoglobin, which absorbs this oxygen, and this binds with hemoglobin, oxyhemoglobin of the RBC, which carry the oxygen up to the outer surface of alveoli. Oxygen is released in alveoli and through blood vessels, tissues. Now carbon dioxide released in blood from alveoli, carbon dioxide released in blood dissolves in blood, then it is carried further by blood vessels, then released in alveolar sac and sent out through the nostrils. Once again, in the alveoli, carbon dioxide is present, that is released in the blood. It is dissolved in the blood, then blood vessels released in alveolar sac and sent out through the nostrils. And through the nostrils, oxygen is taken. Rich in oxygen is your air which you inhales, comes in contact of blood, and in the blood hemoglobin is present in RBC that carries the blood to alveoli. There are two kinds of animals. Some lives on the surface of earth and some lives in the water like ponds, lakes, sea, etc. What do you think about the terrestrial organism? What kind of organs are present there to take the oxygen? The use of atmospheric oxygen for respiration is done by lungs, as we have studied above. Lungs, which starts from the bronchi, bronchioles, alveoli and blood capillaries. And in the case of aquatic organism, they use dissolved oxygen for respiration, and that dissolved oxygen is taken by the gills. Some animals like your frog has moist skin. Exchange of gases also takes place there. So this is a short sketch of the your respiration in animals and in especially in human beings. Now we will study the respiration in plants. You know, respiration in plants is carried by stomata. Respiration in plants is similar than the respiration simpler. In animals it is difficult, but in plants it is simpler than in respiration in animals. Gaseous exchange occurs through stomata in leaves and lenticels in stems and general surface of roots.